Welcome back to the Hoop Bar. The U.S. men's Olympic basketball team, they lost for the first time in Olympic competition since 2004, losing 83 to 75 to a France team. France, led by Rudy Gobert, Evan Don't Google Fournier, and Nando De
Yes.
Colo, and Nick Batum. Ugh. The US team was looking for revenge against the same France team who upset them in 2019, the FIBA World Cup, but they were unable to get revenge as they only scored 33 points after being up by 8 at half. Lino, let's start with you. What was your reaction to the loss by the USA team, and who do you blame the most?
My thing is, to be honest with you, I was like it was beyond a shocker, right? So you think about 2004, like, not trying to be funny, but that's like Melo had just came in. That's Dwight Howard. Like, those are monsters, you know what I mean? And that's how long it's been. But like, when I saw that, I was like, is everybody rested? Are there still players that are tired? As you can still be young, it still takes recovery, right? So who just came out of the playoffs? Even if they've been off even if they got eliminated round one, round two, people forget how strenuous basketball is. So first you play anywhere from 73 to 82 games, then you go into the playoffs, right? And then the playoffs is less rest. A lot of times when people say I haven't got my legs back, you can still be moving, but that's when you start to see shots falling short, shots going in and out. It's not their full lift. I was noticing that literally in the entire team. So I was looking at, like, everybody wasn't 100%. It's just, to be honest. So I don't know. Also, it kind of sucks, and I hate to tap into that, but certain players were in Vegas not too long ago. So did you take long enough to get out of Vegas and get back and really get back to it? Or are you still hungover from 3 weeks? You know what I mean? So at the Hoop Bar.
I know, right? All right, Gons, what was your reaction to the US team losing to France?
I think we're seeing a lot of things happen here. I think we're seeing what happened in the NBA, right? The super team didn't win. They were hurt. They were beat up. When you got a bunch of really good players, you don't have the role players. And I know we don't have all the big superstars. There's a lot of people elected to sit out, but you put a bunch of scorers together alone with Bradley Beal, KD, Booker. These are scorers, man. What are you going to do with a bunch of scorers? They should specialize the team. They should put defensive specialists on the team, rebounders on the team. You had to get McGee because you forgot about the rebound. So you said, oh, McGee, come here, man, just in case. It's ridiculous, man. Also, you got to remember this. In France and these other countries, hoop is in one area, man. Like, all the ballers that play, they're in certain cities and everyone congregates together. They play with each other longer. They got more chemistry together. It's a huge advantage. The NBA in the United States is spread across from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to Los Angeles. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And I'm gonna harp on Pop. I think he's a little bit irrelevant to coach the team, to be honest with you. His style may just be rubbing players the wrong way. I don't see Dame Lillard listen to Pop yell at him. He probably just turns his shoulder and like, dude, shut up. Anyways, so what I'm saying is I don't think Pop's a really good fit. I think someone like Amani Williams would have been a really good fit. I even think you could have thrown in even a younger player. You could have a younger player coach. Brad Stevens would have been great. I just think Pop is irrelevant at the moment. And I think it's very detrimental. And I know Vegas has him still winning. But, man, I know they're going to beat Iran tonight, but I don't know if they're going to win it. I think they may take the silver or bronze here.
Give me all of the Greg Popovich slander. As a Laker fan, as you might remember, the Gons, the biggest rival for the Lakers has been not the Celtics, even though we all hate the Celtics FTC. It's the Spurs. The Spurs were never able to defend their title. So I'm going to go to my grave. The Lakers are always better than that Spurs team. With this United States team, it's more managing egos as opposed to getting a good strategy together. Look at the coach they had for the Dream Team, Chuck Daly. Look at Coach K. Managing egos as opposed to trying to come up with a great game plan. Greg Popovich is going to try to come up with a good game plan as opposed to massaging egos. He had Tim Duncan, the egoless superstar. He let his teammates do the talking for him. Now he's trying to coach this team up with Kevin Durant, Dame Lillard. I agree with you, Ganz. I don't see Greg Popovich being a good enough coach for this team. They're definitely out of touch. I did read some articles that saying that they're rebelling against Greg Popovich. So Lino, can't touch on that too. Is Greg Popovich the correct coach for this team?
Not at all. Just only due to the fact that exactly what you spoke on. So what happens is you got like when you have young superstars that literally have an attitude, right? It's not bad. Like they play a certain way. They play with a certain swag. You have to conduct them a certain way for them to be able to gel. So you're helping them mesh with each other. So you got all these egos into one pot, right? Not trying to be funny, but if you put the wrong egos in, you're making the wrong chili, right? If you don't have the right ingredients. So also it comes down to players and who's being picked. Just like you say, sometimes you got to level out the team for sure with a couple of like, they don't have to be a superstar, but like, let's say somebody like, is Jaylen Brown on the USA team? I looked at the roster, like.
He said it, Matt. What do you got to say about Jaylen Brown?
So look, check it out. So Jaylen Brown, right? I think he's so ideal because he has an ego or uses it.
I knew I bought him on for a reason. That's my guy. That is my guy. Carry on. Continue.
Bro, I like him because he's a perfect, like he's an ideal candidate because he has an ego. He plays with it. You see it, but still humble. Like, he knows he's good, but he'll dunk on you and trot off. His other teammates are hyper than him. That's a humble person. Somebody that's not doing, Dame time, all those type of things. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody has a different style. Everybody gets pumped up a certain way. But like, he's ideal. And what happens is you got KD, who's already had different situations with the media, speaking a certain way, going about a certain thing. So if he's going to speak to the media that way, how do you think a personal coach comes at him? And if he feels rubbed the wrong way, what if he got caught on a bad day? Everybody has a weird day, right? Oh, you just rubbing me the wrong way. Oh, forget you. Just like you say, I'm a superstar and not trying to be funny. I don't need to be here. USA is extra. This is a luxury. But I think what it is they don't understand the pride of the country. Like, you're representing literally the entire USA. And I think what it is we have vets, but our vets are still young because these guys are so young. We don't have those vets like that. Like, if we have the right vets, it would have been carried out a certain way. And what it is they're not gelling. So if you're going to have all these egos, it's going to be rough. We have the talent, but if you don't mesh, I've been on adult league teams where we have plenty of scores, right? So cool. I'm humble. I know how to switch my role. I'm a box out. I'm a rebound. I can get assists. It still makes me happy because I won. Let's get a W out here, USA.
100,000%. I definitely agree with that. They needed some, like you said, Ganz too. Just more support guys as opposed to these me first egos and all that stuff. So currently Bovada has the United States as still a minus 250 favorite with the field as a plus 185 to win the gold medal. Lino, are you betting on the US or are you betting on the field?
Oh man, what's crazy is that's where my pride comes in and not just numbers. Numbers wise, I'm still going to go into it with confidence just because of matchups, skills, and I don't care. I hope that they actually go the ego route and one person drops 55. I don't care. If one person drops 55 and the rest drop, 15, this and that, it's still going to end up more points than what they had before. So I'm actually still going to take the bet and bet on USA. So I'm still going to write it out.
Minus 250 is, you'll never get anything better for a USA team probably. But so Ganz, minus 250 USA or the field at plus 185.
So before I make my decision, whoever's watching this, if this clip goes on YouTube or whatever, I know I look Arab and I got the beard, but I am a patriot. I am Indian. Don't take my answer disrespectfully, all right? I'm taking the field because I do not think they're going to be able to just turn it on because they get pissed off. I think the coaching is detrimental to a major concern. I imagine Pop and his attitude. Pop has issues. All those sideline reporters that he bullies, now you're going to bully a player? Guess what? They don't need this. So I think this is going to be a harsh ending for Pop. This may be the season that he retires because It's just not his style anymore. Just like
Damn.
but Coach K knows it because he's getting out before it's happening to him. Where Pop wrote it out, and now he's had a couple past seasons. But yeah, that's a Ganz guarantee. I'm taking the field.
Okay, so I guess as part of taking the field, let's do a quick shout out to Luka Doncic. 48 points in his Olympic debut with Slovenia over Argentina. Slovenia, is that a team you could pick to win the gold medal? I don't have the odds in front of me right now, but Lino, can Luka Doncic potentially win this gold medal?
Oh man, I think it's a tough road. I mean, the thing is him playing against the team he played against, like they all weren't basketball players. They should have been boxers. But it's all good. I think he'll be obviously as you get closer, it's just going to get more challenging. But I'm gonna tell you right now is like when you have a point guard, even though he can score like a shooting guard, when you have a point guard at that size with that knowledge, that young, meaning his body can recover faster, he's good to go every night. It's scary. It's scary. And then also you have something called momentum. The Ganz knows what it is, right? You shoot a couple threes, you already know your game that day is going to be beautiful, right? You come off hot, you start hot, you're not cooling off. There's certain people that do, but you're not. It's about to be, I think it's going to be ugly. I think he's going to go far. I'm going to give Luka Doncic in between the silver and gold, either or.
So Gons, I actually looked this up too. Slovenia now plus 1,400 to win the gold medal. That's a lot of change if you bet $20 on Luka Doncic. So Gons, can Luka Doncic and Slovenia win the gold medal?
If they win the gold medal, shame on Dallas. Shame, shame, shame. How are they going to win the USA Olympics when the Dallas Mavericks couldn't get them anywhere? That's an eye-opening thing right there where you need to make some roster additions. I'm not putting anything by them because they don't lack too much size, and they probably play really well as a team. And let's be real, they're coming off a good win where Luka was hot. The USA game, like, it's not like a season where you're playing games and you can go cold. In the NBA, you can lose a couple and then win a couple and you're back in the playoff hunt. This is a tournament. This is it is what it is. So I think for everyone to say USA is going to win it because it's USA is completely wrong because they're already in a bad streak with bad chemistry. And then I think those are great odds for Luka. I don't know that they're the favorite because there's some other strong teams out there. So I don't know if I would take it, but you know what? I would take it. I would throw like maybe $20-$30 just for fun. Why not? Because I think it's anyone's game at this point, whoever's hot, because it's a tournament. That's literally what it is. It's a 1-week tournament.
I'm throwing 100 no matter what. Think about that.
Thank you for watching this clip from the latest episode of the Hoop Bar. Check the description for a link to the full episode on Spotify. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.